Welcome everyone. Thank you for watching this channel. Today I'm going to share with you how to fix gaps between your wood posts. If I leave this unattended, it could continue to worsen. Water will seep inside, causing moisture to develop over time, which leads to rotting, molding, and deterioration. And I don't like the sound of that. So let's not waste any time and get right into it. Today I'm focusing on my pergolas, 2 fence posts, and 2 top beams. These gaps occurred due to imprecise cuts, and when installed, it wasn't flushing for that even look. So I found a way to make this gap look better. I'm going to measure the size of the gap from length to width and mark my spots for the right size wood I would need. These areas are the front and back fence posts and underneath the beam, as you see here. After completing my measurements, I realized that the gap required different size wood pieces in order to fit the gap and not fall out. What we're gonna do is cut a piece and slide it in, just like that. Cut a piece, slide it in, just like that. So you can see here, I'll put some wood in between the crack. Do the same here. Get it as much deep as we can. That was a huge gap. So I fill the gap up with some wood chips. As you can see, I left a little space there. So we'll start filling up that area. You won't even notice that was there. All right, so I cut this piece of chipped wood. I'm gonna put it right in here, just like this. Perfect fit. Also note, make sure the wood pieces don't fall out. They must be stable in order to apply the wood filler. When I'm applying wood filler, I take my time. I don't worry about the little bit of the filler overflowing. I want to cover as much gap as possible, as you see here. Once the filler is in place, I would use a small spatula and press firmly over the filler against the fence post so the filler reaches inside the gap as much as possible. Inserting the wood pieces inside a gap gave it a wall for the filler to maintain its form and easy to shape without a mess, as you can see here. Also note, do not worry about the filler looking unattractive. The next requirement is to let the filler dry overnight. This was another gap that I filled between the fence post and the beam. Let me continue to demonstrate. After I complete filling all the gaps, I then use my sanding machine and attach a tougher sandpaper to take off any extra excess filler to give the wood a smoother feel and cleaner look. Let's take a closer look how well this job was performing. Also note, while operating a sand machine, safety is the #1 concern. You should always wear safety glasses or goggles and wear a dust mask or respirator. And finally, work in a well-ventilated area. You don't want to breathe this dust into your lungs, especially if you have health-related breathing conditions. Also remember to choose the right sandpaper that you need to complete your job. And while you're using a sand machine, make sure you apply constant light pressure and keep the sander moving at a uniform speed to avoid creating dips or uneven areas. Also, another tip, sanding wood, always move the sander in the direction of the wood grind to minimize visible scratches. Clean up the dust and inspect the area for missed spots, swirls, mark, or scratches to ensure a smooth, even finish. And finally, avoid oversanding. Remove enough material to achieve the desired result. Be careful not to remove too much. After sanding the front and back fence posts and underneath both beams, the results turned out great. I was happy that I was able to take off the extra excess easily and managed to have the wood back in order. Sanding is a final step that plays a critical role, so it's important to take it step by step and not rush if you want the best results. I'm very pleased with the outcome. I'm even considering painting or staining, but I'll decide that in the future. Those gaps is easy to fix, right? If you got this far in this video, that means you're on your way to fixing your own gaps. It could be inside or outside your home. It all depends on the material you're working on. Just keep in mind, you have to put in the time, the effort, and staying confident in order to see your best results. I hope this video was inspiring so you can also accomplish this task. But before you go, please subscribe, like, comment, and click the notification bell. God bless you and your family. But wait, there's always more.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oops, sorry neighbor. So I cut this piece to go underneath here. Use your head, young fella. You need to recut these pieces. It doesn't fit. Oh no, somebody let the panther back out. She's back with a vengeance.
Let's rock.
The human has been neutralized.
Hasta la vista, baby.